Right. Yesterday we created controlling area. Okay, KP. Into this is our controlling area 2199, right? Cross company could cost accounting, and company we give currency as a 10 currency. We created this cost center standard hierarchy. Along with that, we assigned company code. Already company code is assigned here. So we activated some components. Only we activated component tag to cost centers and activity types, project sales, cost centers, whatever it is. I activated some components. So I already saved this one. So what other things we did yesterday in a general controlling organization. So we maintain the controlling area. We did still now we didn't maintain any number range for controlling area. We will see later. Okay, we already maintained version, right? 0 version is already there. So system opened 0 version 5 next 5 years. Select the 0 version each fiscal year. So controlling area 2199 version 0. It's open for next 5 years. Next 5 fiscal years. Next we define the ledger for CO version, right? So is 2199. Our controlling area is 2199. For this controlling area, for this version, we assign our leading ledger 0L. So which are posting to 0L leading ledger, those values only flow to controlling in 0 version to 0 version. So this option is previously not there in ECC, and this is a new thing in S4HANA. So along with we saw document type CO also, right? New document type, SAP introduced new document type CO. Okay, what else we required here? Controlling area, maintain number ranges, maintain versions, define ledger for CO version. Okay, so one more thing, while doing practice or something, what happens? You often find another controlling area when you are going to do anything, like when you are going to create. If I'm going to create KS01 cost center, right now it is showing 2199, but sometimes you may find a different controlling area, but this is not in editable mode, right? You are not able to change here. So how to do that one? If you find another controlling area, what from use? So you have to do OKKS, T code, direct T code, OKKS. So it asks for controlling area. Set the controlling area, right? Enter your controlling area, simply hit enter. Automatically it will be set as your controlling area. So where can we see that means that if you forget T code also, controlling, general controlling, organization.
Set controlling area. Okay, KS కదా.
ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్లో కూడా ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ చూసుకున్నా ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్ అకౌంటింగ్ సెట్ కంట్రోలింగ్ ఏరియా, రైట్? సెట్ కోడ్ ఈస్ OKKS. OKKS. సో మనం సెట్ కంట్రోలింగ్ ఏరియా సేమ్ థింగ్. As for controlling area, you can set it. You can directly use OKKS. So we already created this one. Which one? Cost elements. We already created, right? If you see master data, cost elements, right? Create cost elements, right? But what it is showing K02 here. Don't forget this. If I click on enter, create cost element, create primary cost element. If I double can create primary cost element, anyway, it directly leads to FS00. We came to here. So we already created a cost elements. You can change the cost elements also from there only, FS00. So we are ready with the cost carriers. We need to create cost receivers, right? The first cost receiver is here, cost center. Okay. Cost center. In the cost center, master data. Able to see, right? Right. Master data, controlling, cost center accounting, master data, cost centers, define cost center categories are there. Okay. Here some cost center categories are there. You can create your own new cost center categories. Okay. Like categorization of departments, simple thing. Okay, you can categorize marketing departments, marketing cost centers and all come under marketing, production cost centers and all come under production, like that. This is the categories of cost centers. So here quantity is there, right? For some only we select the quantity here. So which cost centers are dealing with the quantity? Means products, generally professional services, production departments generally deals with quantity, like service cost center also. Even logistics also deals, but someone I think deselected it. No problem. Generally, which cost centers are dealing with the quantity? Which cost centers are recording quantity? In FS00 we saw, right, record quantity, unit of measure. So if you want to post those things, you can post the quantity value to these cost centers which are having these cost center categories, which is enabled with quantity. Okay, if it is enabled only, then you can transfer the quantity to control it along with the amount. See, apart from here, see, actual primary cost is there, actually secondary cost, actual revenues, actual primary revenue, primary cost, plan primary cost, plan secondary cost, plan revenue, commitment. So different things are there. See, from here to actual to here, these are all lock indicators. Okay, lock indicator. If you set anything, lock indicator. If you select tick means it is a lock indicator. Okay, actually, if you set lock indicator means we are unable to post actual revenues to these cost center categories. Okay, so here actual revenue is locked. We are not able to post any revenue to the cost center. Same like plan revenue also. Here we are using commitment item. We will see that screen, then you will come to know what happens. Here we have functional group, also functional area. I think functional area is also there. We can use functional area here also, but I am not going to use these things. I don't want these functional areas. Right. Data saved. So how this will help and all we will see later. So here basic things are we done. Later we'll see cost center hierarchy. If we want to create cost center groups and all, we will see later. Okay, how to create cost centers. So cost center master records and all, we create an easy access screen here. Go to accounting. In a easy access screen, go to accounting, right? Controlling, cost center accounting, master data, right? Cost center, individual processing. So create is there, right? So here a standard hierarchy is also there. If you go for standard hierarchy, OKEON, right? If I double click this one, OKEON, it display like this. Okay, this is a standard hierarchy, cost center standard hierarchy, what we created in OKKP. Remember or not? This one, 299 standard hierarchy. This one we created there. So I will show you how to create this one. Right. From there also we can create cost centers. Just we will go with individual first. KS01 is the T code to create cost center. Okay, double click on KS01, decode itself KS01. So it is asking how. So make sure first your controlling area is there or not. Okay, first make sure your controlling area is there or not. Then enter cost center. You can take any cost center name. So I'm taking common HR. Okay, valid from 01 for 2020. From there, it's a valid period, valid from to valid to this cost center. So hit enter. So name, common HR, DEPT. So person responsible, I'm taking my user ID. Okay, department, you can take any department, HR department. So here cost center category is there, right? Previously what was cost center categories, we assigned here. Generally this common HR will come under which category? So we have to take that one. Okay, so let me take in an administration. I'm taking it administration level. Okay, hierarchy, it is asking hierarchy. Anyway, we have to assign our standard hierarchy. If you click on this one, so automatically standard hierarchy came. So business area, okay, is our business 2199. Why business area is mandatory here? So how to control this business area field? Sometimes it mandatory, sometimes it not mandatory. So how to do that one? How to mandate this one is in OBY6. If you select business area in financial statement checkbox, automatically there it will automatically mandate, right? System mandates this field automatically, business area field. So currency INR, right? From in cost center, we can assign profit center also, right? We can assign profit center. If we enter this cost center at the time of posting transaction in FI, so automatically this profit center will derived from here. Okay, if you don't give anything, no problem. So if cost and if profit center is mandatory at the time of postings, we can give manually. Or else if a profit center is given here, system automatically derive from here. If it is not here, then system will check OK B90 code. System will look further. Okay, if not there, then obviously system will we have to give manually. Okay, previously dummy profit center concept is there in ECC. So right now it is not field is there, but we don't use in S4HANA. Even from new GL accounting onwards, in ECC also, when we are using old GL concept, generally we use a dummy profit center concept. Okay, while posting transaction, if a profit center is required, for example, profit center is required, what happens here? Profit center is not available in cost center also, right? Manually also we are not going to give. In OKB9 also there is no profit center. So automatically system will take the dummy profit center. Okay, dummy profit center concept is there. We generally create one dummy profit center to post where their system is unable to identify the profit center. Even we are not giving profit center. So system automatically picks the dummy profit center. After new GL concept, after document splitting, from document splitting also we can give profit center. There is no need to use dummy profit center. We can create one normal profit center and we can use. From there, document splitting system will pick the profit center at the time of posting. Okay, so no dummy profit center is no longer valid. No need to use also. So we have these all functionalities. Profit center. At the time of profit center, I will show how to from where we. So even though I will show you here. From document splitting, how system will pick up them. If document splitting is activated, financial accounting, business transactions, document splitting. So here edit constants for non-assigned process. Okay, edit constants for non-assigned process. Here we will generally create one constant value. For example, here is a constant value, or take this one, GDUM. Here assignment of profit centers. Okay. Assignment of profit centers. See, for the controlling area, you can default one particular profit center. So if system unable to identify any profit center from the line item, automatically system posts to this particular profit center. This is the functionality in a Neo.jl account from document splitting. Okay.
క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు కదా అదే
మనం ఏమి క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, మనం ఎట్లాగో ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్స్ క్రియేట్ చేద్దాం, వాటిని అసైన్ చేద్దాం. ఓకే, బెటర్. సో నెక్స్ట్ కంట్రోలింగ్ ట్యాబ్. So anyway, it is giving profit center accounting is active, but no profit center is specified. Okay, I think I already activated profit center accounting. Let me check. Is there any profit centers? No profit centers. What I will do, let's quickly create new profit center. Same accounting, controlling, profit centers, accounting, master data, profit center, individual processing, KE51. Right, this is the T code for creation of profit center. So what and all profit center settings I will let you know. I will show you after creation of that cost center. I will show you. So what configuration is required to create cost profit center. So here also I am taking common HR, for example, or I will take a generally we take profit centers as a products generally. Okay, we'll consider products as a profit centers. This is my controlling area. Hit enter. You. Common laptops. Still it is okay. So person responsible, I am taking myself. So it is asking for profit center group. I already created a profit center group. In a profit center, generally we assign segments. I think we have segment. Let me assign, I will assign one segment if it's there. Okay, we don't have any segments. I didn't create any segment. Okay, no problem. We'll try to indicators. So company code automatically 2 is taken, assigned. Okay, it is assigned to this company. Save it. Profit center common underscore lab. Okay, it's the name is lab. Okay, saved in inactive status. So what we need to do after saving, here activate button is there. Okay, we have to click on this activate button. So profit center common underscore lab is been created. So we will assign this one in here. Okay, see here record quantity. What we say in cost center categories, here automatically these settings will be came. Okay, based on there we see record quantity is not selected for W. Generally this cost center category record quantity is not selected. Okay, one more thing, in lock also only actual revenues and plan revenues are locked. We can post many things. We can post actual and plan primary cost. We can post secondary cost, actual secondary cost and plan secondary cost to this cost center. Okay, actual revenues and plan revenues are we are not able to post to this cost center. This cost center is unable to receive these two values. Like along with the commitment items also. Commitment generally we do at a purchase order. That is a different concept, commitment items and all. Okay, let me include it also. Template, it's not required. Address of the cost center you can mention. So where this particular department is located, the name, street, location, district, country, whatever it is, post box number, everything you can do. Communication details like phone number, mail ID, tax, fax number, you can give here also. Language key, English, whatever it is. History. So when it is created by whom, on what date. If you change, anybody changed uh, any data in this particular cost center, we can see from here also. So first save this one. So cost center has been created, right? So if you want to see this cost center, case 03, okay, we can see the cost center. If I go for history, change document. So right now there is no changes exist. If you want to change cost center, case 02, okay, from here we can modify the any details of cost center.
ఆడు ఉండగా
Mhm.
ఆడే ఆప్షన్ ఇచ్చినాడు కదా కంట్రోల్ ఇక్కడ కూడా చేస్తున్నా డైరెక్ట్ హిస్టరీలో
చెప్తాను ఒకసారి. Right now I'm changing here, right? I added some text here in a department section. Previously it is depart, right? Right now I added some more letters here. I'm saving this one, saved, right? If I go for cost center, display, hit enter, go for history, right? Change document. See, it is showing field department is changed. If I double click on this one, it is showing the values, right? Department valid from valid to what is the new value? HR department. So what is the old value? HR dept. So we can see that one, who is changed when it is not changed. So right now it is not showing here who is changed. Okay, if I double click on this one particular line item, need to show, yeah, see, changed by whom. Okay, changed by whom, on what date, who changed, at what time. We can see what is the new value, what is the old value. Everything is recorded. So we created a profit center, right? So what is the profit center settings? I will show you later. One second, one more thing. What I need to do? Yeah, hierarchy. Change is there, right? Okay, EYM, standard hierarchy level. See here, in 2 and standard hierarchy, it is showing common HR. Automatically created, right? So I want to create one more cost center. So how to create? Select a standard hierarchy, right? Here, create button is there. Create button, cost center. So one more cost center is there. What is the cost center name? Common IT name. Person responsibility based. Same things it is asking here, right?
సేమ్ స్క్రీన్ ఇక్కడ
Different, little bit different.
డిఫరెంట్
Not different. The creation is same, right? This is a common IT department, right? What I will do, even I will, let me take this one on the same administration also. So go to organization. Previously this is not available, organization. But what happens here, organization, here business area is there, nothing much, same thing. Yeah, same thing. It is showing separately, indicators, everything is same, remaining and all. So simply save this one. Right, commonality also created here. So if you want to, I think that drag, we can drag and drop also, I think. See, change sequence, we can move down up, you can modify level ups, we can modify, we can do a tree structure also, like categories and all, we can modify from here. So that is the creation of cost center. So how to create a profit center? What is the configuration required a profit center? I try to make. Well, see.
Created profit center?
Yeah. What are you doing while creating profit center?
I'm saying I'm not asking you.
Okay, okay.
You already created.
Yeah, I already created. I want to show configuration required to creating of profit center. So controlling profit center accounting, base settings, set controlling area you want all. Okay, controlling area settings. Here maintain controlling area settings we required. Click on this one. Okay, E5 decode. Right. So give your controlling area. Maintain controlling area settings for profit center. Okay, E5 decode. Okay, give your controlling area here. When automatically dummy profit center here. Previously it is enabled mode. Right now it is in disable mode. Dummy profit center. So no need to use any dummy profit center in S4HANA or new GL accounting also. So I taken one standard hierarchy. Like cost center hierarchy is there for cost centers. We're creating this is one for profit centers, right? This is the profit center local currency type. So what is profit center local currency type means here I am taking 20. Same currency types are available generally 20, 30, 90. Profit center currency and all. Generally I taken here 20. Controlling area currency. What is my controlling area currency? 10. While creating controlling area, I assign 10. So what is that currency? ISO code INR only, right? Same thing, system will consider that as a controlling area currency. Here also I am taking controlling area currency. Automatically currency INRV came here. Profit center local currency INR. Okay. Next valuation, legal valuation is there. I think one more thing I forgot. Okay. Legal valuation, profit center valuation and a group valuation is a different concept is there. Do you have any idea? This one?
Legal valuation is nothing but company code. If you have one-to-one company code, then you can go with legal valuation.
Okay.
It is like company code currency. Group valuation is like one-to-many.
Okay.
If we are using multiple company codes, multiple currencies, like if we pick the group currency 30, then we can have multiple company codes, right? In that scenario, we can go with these group valuation.
Okay.
Also, we have one more thing there.
Last one. Profit center valuation.
That is specifically for this profit
Profit
center.
center. Okay.
This is useful only at the time of reporting. Even the same thing we can see in FINSC underscore ledger and different ledger for CO version also we can see right hand side.
Yeah. Valuation.
Same
Okay. So we have to activate later that. So this is the ALE distribution. We can use this one for IDOC purpose and all. Okay, ALE IDOC we can use. So if we are MGD team is there or they are maintaining profit centers and all centrally, so they will create profit centers in one system. They send the same profit center master data to another system where that profit center is required in a particular system through IDOC, ALE IDOC. So generally what happens sometimes, so you have a lot of company codes in an organization. So what they will do, Europe countries is there, APAC companies are there. So in this system, what they will do, they will set up, they won't create master data in different systems. They're using multiple SAP servers. They won't create in their respective places. What they will do, they are maintaining one MGD team, master data management team will be there. They have one particular server, okay, centralized server. There they are creating all the master records. The profit center also one master record, right? So if any requirement is there in a particular company code for a particular company code or for controlling area, they will create at central level master record. From there they transfer that particular master data to respected system through IDOC. So you can use that time. It's a ALE IDOC concept. No distribution is to other system. Centralized profit center accounting is there. We can use this one. So I'm activating this profit center for year from year 2020 onwards. Okay, you have to activate this one and just simply save this one. Nothing is there. Save it.
ఇది యాక్టివేట్ అవుతుంది కదా, ఇది ఇక్కడ యాక్టివేట్ చేయాలి. సపోజ్ 2019 కంపెనీ కోడ్లో మనం చేసాము. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్దర్గా మళ్ళీ 2020లో మనం ఈ ఫిజికల్ ఇయర్కి మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసుకుందాం మన కంపెనీ కొన్ని.
ఓకే.
సో ఆ సినారియోలో ఇక్కడ ఇది ఇలాగే ఉంటుంది డిజేబుల్ మోడ్లో. సో దీన్ని ఎనేబుల్ చేసుకోవాలంటే మనకి OKKPలో నిన్న చూపించారు చూడండి, 5 ఇయర్స్కి క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. అక్కడ మనం సెకండ్ ఇయర్ మళ్ళీ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి.
Okay.
ఫర్ ఈచ్ ఫిజికల్ ఇయర్ అని ఒక సెట్టింగ్ ఉంది కదా,
We'll see that one.
ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది.
5 years యాక్టివ్లోనే ఉంటాయి కదా, నెక్స్ట్ 5 years.
సెట్టింగ్స్ ఫర్ ఈచ్ ఫిజికల్ ఇయర్ అని ఒక సెట్టింగ్ ఉంది, అక్కడ యాక్టివేట్ చేసుకుంటే ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది.
ఇప్పుడు ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్లో ఉన్న మాస్టర్ డేటా అంతా మళ్ళీ వేరే కంట్రీలో, వేరే సిటీలో ఎక్కడ ఉన్నా కానీ పంపించచ్చు.
సిస్టమ్ పంపించచ్చు through IDOC. Configuration is there, other configuration is there, we can send it.
మీరు నిన్న చూపించారు చూడండి సెట్టింగ్స్ ఫర్ ఈచ్ ఫిజికల్ ఇయర్ అని.
Yes sir.
సెట్టింగ్స్ ఫర్ ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్ అని ఒక ఆప్షన్ ఉంది.
So
అక్కడ సెట్టింగ్స్ ఫర్ ప్రాఫిట్ ఈచ్ ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్.
settings for profit center accounting.
సెట్టింగ్స్
Here version lock.
ఇక్కడ ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్ కూడా లాక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
We can lock it.
ఇది ఓన్లీ హనా నుంచి ఉంది.
లాక్ చేయడానికి
So we have to go for new entries here, right? Online transfer, version lock, line items, exchange rate.
మనం
So we can lock for particular version also.
లైన్ ఐటమ్ లాక్ చేయొచ్చా? ఇవన్నీ లాక్కే కదా ఇవన్నీ.
Not only lock, online transfer means a different thing is there. That is for version lock. This indicator controls where the posting should be transferred to profit center accounting for each activity. Okay, if the indicator is not activated, you need to transfer the postings manually using available programs. Okay.
మీరు చెప్పారు చూడండి, అదే రికన్సిలేషన్ అకౌంట్స్ కొన్ని మాన్యువల్గా మనం రన్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓపెన్ ఐటమ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ టిక్ పెట్టినప్పుడు ఏదో ఒక దాన్ని
Yes,
చెప్పారు చూడండి,
Yes sir.
సేమ్ థింగ్ ఇక్కడ కూడా.
Okay.
ఇది టిక్ పెట్టకపోతే మనం ఇది సైకిల్ రన్ చేసేటప్పుడు మాన్యువల్గా ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసుకోవాలి.
Okay.
Program.
We close. I think system is got.
ఏది ఆన్లైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫరా?
ఇక్కడ టిక్ పెట్టామనుకోండి, మనకి రికన్సిలేషన్స్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు మాన్యువల్ పోస్టింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఆటోమేటిక్గా
Postings.
ఆన్లైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఉంటాయి. లేదంటే మళ్ళీ మనం మాన్యువల్గా ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ రన్ చేయాలి. SC37 ఒకటి ఉంది, అందులో
Program name ichi.
ప్రోగ్రామ్
స్కెచ్ పెన్ లేదు, పెన్ ఉంది. స్కెచ్ పెన్ లేదు. అయ్యో అవునా, స్కెచ్ పెన్ లేదు మళ్ళా. ఓ సరే.
Okay. So one more thing here, elimination of internal business volume is there. So what is the use of this elimination of business volume is, generally you are doing here cost center 100. So cost center 200 is there. 2 cost centers are there. Both were cost centers are assigned to same profit center. For example, P100 here. So what happens if elimination of internal business volume is active, no data is posted in profit center accounting. Sometimes what happen, these 2 cost centers having same profit center. Okay, I am doing allocation or distribution. Allocation or distribution. I am transferring some value from this cost center to another cost center. So at that time, system won't generate another line item for profit center. Generally, what happens if you are posting to another cost object? So at that time, the system will split the line items accordingly. So that you will understand at a document splitting level. So that time you will understand how document will be split on what basis and all. So this will also, at that time, this one also you will understand. Till now I didn't activate any document splitting. Okay, we created two cost centers, and as along with profit center also we created, right? On profit center. Profit center. Standard hierarchy లోనే ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేశాను. Profit center. అది చూపించిన కదా, సెట్టింగ్స్ ఏం చేయాలో చూపించినాను, ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్ క్రియేట్ చేయడం చూపించినాను. ఇంకేమన్నా
గ్రూప్ అసైన్ చేస్తుంది కదా ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్లో, అండ్ 2199_PC అని.
సరే, ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్ ఇక్కడ క్రియేట్ చేసినాం కదా, దీనిలో గ్రూప్ అసైన్ చేసినాను. మెయింటైన్ కంట్రోలింగ్ ఏరియా సెట్టింగ్స్ ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చిన కదా స్టాండర్డ్ హైరార్కీ. హియర్ ఐఎమ్ గివెన్ స్టాండర్డ్ హైరార్కీ. సో హియర్ ఇస్ అ క్రియేషన్ పార్ట్.
మళ్ళీ సపరేట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ చేసే అవసరం
లేదు. So now we will try to post one entry. Have 02. We have cost centers, right? Right, waiting enter. So it is asking for assignment of Siva object, right? So here cost center is there. Okay, so we have to enter the cost center here. Hit enter. In this controlling area, what are the cost centers are there? It will show. Here we have 2 cost centers, and I'm going to cost center. Hit enter. So version 0 is not defined for fiscal year 2020. So we will see what is this error. This time we are getting right. So execute function. Controlling area. Right now here it is started from 2021, right? Oh, okay. So we have to create more. Here we activate from 2020 only, but it is open for 2021 new entry. Or let me copy. Right, 2020 also is available right now. Hit enter. Now it is taken. So error got resolved. Hit. Document, simulate, right, 50,000. Save this one. So correct the customization settings for okay. Some customer underscore check underscore is there, FAGL something. Unable to remember the tick code. Problem. Conversion accounting. Data migration. Okay, this financial accounting global settings.
ఒక్కసారి లెడ్జర్స్ ట్రై చేయండి. కన్సిస్టెన్సీ చెక్ అనేది ఒకటి
అదే కన్సిస్టెన్సీ చెక్ కోసం వెతుకుతున్నా.
అక్కడ లెడ్జర్స్
Exhibit consistency check. Finesse underscore custom underscore constant check, right? So
వాట్ ఈస్ ఎర్రర్?
చూపిస్తాను. Some extension ledgers are assigned to a company code automatically. That is a problem. I will show you the error. Underscore chk. So if we go with the chk, automatically it will show all the company codes errors, inconsistencies. If I add another control underscore p, okay, it is a company code specific. If I hit enter, it will give this code, right? Use values below. So we can check the consistencies company code level. And as well as a ledger also, ledger group, ledger level also we can see. Run it. Right, these many some inconsistencies are there here. Okay. So here some ledgers are there, right? Global currency. Here we need to resolve these issues. Finesse underscore ledger. Okay, due to this one that got locked. Okay, we'll try to resolve this issue. So first one is here CT30 currency conversion settings for CT30 are missing from company code 2199. So what is 30 here for a zero ledger? 30 is even it is asking for 30. Actually, it is not 30 USD currency. We have to maintain USD currency conversion. So let me check. 0L currency conversion settings. Right, company code 2. So this currency is 30. Okay, anyway, I will maintain the values. Currency conversion settings for city missing company code 2199. Okay, I need to maintain for 2199. So here currency conversion settings for 2199. So this is a company code level currency conversion settings here, right? So here company code is missing. I'm taking 2199. Right, currency type. It's asking for 30. Okay, let me take 30. I will maintain for 20 also. Which currency it is? I think USD, no problem. Exchange rate type. Here I am taking M. Average rate. Transaction date type. I will take a document date or a posting date. I will take posting date. Right, hit enter. Right. So automatically USD taken. Right here. So I will maintain for 20 also. I need to maintain 20 already 10, 10, 30. Fine. This one is fine. Okay, we can save this one. I think almost first error got resolved. Okay, it is showing same error. Let me delete for a N3. It will also resolve. So first N3 ledger, right? I have to see, go to ledger, see predictive ledger, extension ledger, right? So someone created this one automatically. If anyone created extension ledger, this will get linked to all the company codes automatically in the background. Company code settings for ledger. See under this ledger how many company codes are sent. All the company codes available in this particular client will be assigned to this predictive ledger, extension ledger. So I'm trying to delete this one. 2199, delete. Right, it got deleted. Save. Data was saved. So one more time I will try to run this T code. Values 2199. We will see if is there any errors or not. Still some errors are there. Global currency field must be use currency type 10 in ledger 2199. Mass data project. Okay. Okay, I think already it's recording time is over. I will try to stop recording.